Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. So I recently did a video about fragrances worth the hype. And as I mentioned there, I will also be doing a video about fragrances that are not worth the hype, in my humble opinion, of course. So that's what today's video is about. So please don't take it personally, of course. You know, if I mention some fragrances in here that I don't think are worth the hype, but you absolutely love and you think they're masterpieces, that is totally okay. We all have different opinions. We all have different tastes. That is what makes this hobby so interesting. So again, please don't take anything personally. Okay, let's start with two fragrances that are the newest on this list. And that is the two new releases from Tom Ford, Cherry Smoke and Electric Cherry. Now, you know that I did, hopefully you know that I did a separate video reviewing Cherry Smoke. If you haven't watched it, I'm going to link it somewhere up here. And I even mentioned in that video that, you know, as soon as I get to try Electric Cherry, I'm also going to make a video about that fragrance. Well, I got a chance to try it. I got a decant of that scent. And when I tried it, I thought, no. There's no way I can make a video about that scent. I can't dedicate a full video on that fragrance. And you know what I find surprising is there's so many people posting really positive rave reviews about these two scents. At first I thought, what am I missing? What am I missing? I kept testing both of these fragrances and thinking, is my nose broken? Why? Why are people loving them so much? That is until I saw Sebastian's video on these two fragrances and I thought, okay, I feel completely vindicated. I'm not going crazy. He doesn't like them either. He doesn't think they're worth the hype. And I feel exactly the same. I am sorry, but I love Lost Cherry. I love it. Despite its poor performance, I think it's an amazing scent. These two, however, I don't get the hype, especially given the insane price. I don't. I mean, Cherry Smoke is okay. Electric Cherry, I'm sorry. That's, as soon as I tried it, I thought Victoria's Secret Body Splash. I mean, really, it feels cheap. It feels so thin. And it's not really about cherry. I mean, cherry is there in the initial blast and then cherry disappears completely. This is not even about cherry. And there's nothing to say about lasting power. It's non-existent at all. This fragrance just disappears immediately. So yeah, I definitely don't think that these two are worth the hype at all. I mean, I would say do not blind buy them. Test them first. I mean, if you love them, that's great, but test them first. I don't think they're anything special at all. They're not worth the hype. They're not worth the price tag. And I would not recommend buying full bottles. Okay, next, let's talk about two fragrances that I actually have in my collection and I really enjoy. However, I would say that these fragrances are also not worth the hype. And the first one is One Umbrella for Two from Floraikum. Yes, the bottle is beautiful and unique. This smells like blueberry muffin. I mean, I think there is a vanilla, tea, blackcurrant in here, something like that. But to me, it smells like blueberry muffin. And you know, this fragrance is quite hyped up and the scent is really simple. Now, I do enjoy gourmands, so I do like the scent profile, although, you know, it's not something that I can wear all the time. Like, this is not an easy reach for me. I have to be in the mood to wear this one. And, you know, it's just a blueberry muffin. Like, at the end of the day, it's a very simple and very specific type of scent, and for that reason I don't think it's quite worth the hype. Now, like I said, I do enjoy it. I do plan on keeping it in my collection and using it. But if somebody asked me to recommend it, I am not sure that I would. Next one that I also have and also don't think is worth the hype, and that is Lune from Atelier des Ors. This one is really, really potent, spicy, woody vanilla with an extremely strong note of cardamom, which, you know, for some comes off as this burnt rubber, as it did to me at the beginning. Now, after wearing it for, you know, a number of times, well, many times I should say, I definitely don't get that. You know, this just became really spicy, potent vanilla. But, you know, this is a challenging scent. This is a difficult scent that many will like and just as many will not like. So, you know, it's very hyped up, especially it was like maybe a year or two ago, you know, but this scent is definitely not for everyone, you know. Yeah, you gotta sample this one as well. Do not blind buy it. It's not an everyday type of scent. It's not an easy reach. You have to be in the mood to wear it. At least I have to be in the mood to wear this one as well, because like it's strong. It's right there, you know, it kind of overpowers you a little bit, you know, and sometimes it can come off as too much. So yeah, I get the hype. It's a beautiful scent. It's a beautiful bottle, but I don't think it's quite worth the hype because, in my opinion, it is a very challenging scent. Okay, next one that I got to sample recently. And of course, as you can imagine, these are the only two bottles that I have from the fragrances that I will be talking about today. The rest, you know, you will be seeing pictures. And the next one on the list is the one that I think came out sometime last year. I could be wrong, maybe the year before. And, you know, a lot of people talked it up. A lot of people really liked it. And it's a vanilla scent. So, of course, I needed to try it. And I'm talking about Fire at Will from Jovoy. I fully expected to love this scent, you know, because people speak highly of it. It's a vanilla scent. I thought slam dunk. And when I tried it, I was quite disappointed, to be honest. It's vanilla. It's vanilla. Maybe with a little bit of musk, but it's vanilla. Nothing else. Nothing else, really. It didn't speak to me. It was sort of quiet. It was a little bit boring. There was nothing to it. In my opinion, it's just a vanilla. You know, we have so many of those. I don't know. I was expecting something more. I was expecting something more from this scent, you know? And yeah, it just didn't impress me. I don't think it's worth the hype. Yeah, there's just nothing special about this scent. So yeah, that's why it ended up in this video of fragrances that are not worth the hype. Next two scents. Now, these two might be a little bit controversial. Again, this is just my opinion, but these scents have definitely been hyped up and talked about a lot, probably in the second half of last year. I think partially because they were sent out to many people in PR. And I wonder, I will be honest with you, I wonder if they really think that they are this great. I have to wonder. Now, I tried both of these scents way before they were sent in PR to people, you know? And so my opinions about them were quite formed before I started hearing all these hyped reviews. Now, first one. This is Cacao Porcelona from Atelier Materi. Now, this is kind of a chocolate cocoa type of scent, a little bit spicy, a little bit woody. This one is nice. It's a nice scent. It smells nice, but not more than that. It's a nice chocolate scent that's not too sweet, but I think there's so many other chocolate scents out there that is so much better. That is so much more interesting than this one. This one is nice, but pretty average in my opinion. I don't think there's anything extraordinary about it. And so that's why I'm kind of puzzled by such rave reviews that it's been getting. It's nice. It's a nice scent. but nothing more than that. Nothing, I didn't find anything extraordinary in it. And like I said, I think there are other chocolate scents that are so much better. Now, next one. Whew, this one puzzles me more than any other scent. It truly does. That is Cherry Punk from Room 1015. Now, I actually did a dedicated video on this house when I tested, I think most, or maybe I was missing one, but most of the fragrances from this house. And I really didn't jive with any of them. You know, it just, we didn't connect. A connection didn't happen. I didn't like any of them. And Cherry Punk was the biggest disappointment for me, again, because I love cherry scents, you know? But Cherry Punk, yes, there is cherry there, but there's leather. And when I say leather, I mean there is leather, like real, scratchy, masculine, heavy, real leather that just overpowers the scent so much that I almost lose cherry. The leather is so strong. I don't know. I think the scent is very masculine in my opinion. I can totally see a man pulling this off, but I cannot imagine a woman pulling this off. I don't know, maybe my skin pulled out too much leather, but at the same time, my husband tested this scent as well, and it was the same amount of leather on him. So I don't know, but I don't know. I don't get it how a woman can pull off this scent. I don't get it how a woman can love this scent. I think it's, to be honest, I don't want to bash anyone, but it's one of the worst scents I've tried last year. I absolutely do not understand the hype about this fragrance. I think you have got to sample this one first. Do not blind buy, because you hear so many rave reviews. The leather, in my opinion, is so strong and so overpowering in this scent that it's definitely not for everyone. And I don't think it's that great. In fact, I don't think it's great at all. So again, please forgive me if you love this scent. That's wonderful. But in my opinion, yeah, this scent is not that great. Let's put it that way. Okay, next one on the list comes from a house that I absolutely love. And of course, that's the house of Zeroff. You know, there's so many fragrances from this house that I love. And, you know, a lot of people have been speaking very highly about this one and have been recommending it to me for quite some time, that I finally decided to get a sample and try it. And that is Alexandria 2. Now, as you can see, I'm not really going into all the notes. I don't remember all the notes. I'm just giving you my impressions of how these fragrances smell. And Alexandria 2 did not impress me either. I thought it was so spicy and even a little bit scratchy. And again, definitely leaning more masculine. Like for me, there's like no sweetness in it. It's also quite woody. And it was just, yeah, it definitely, I didn't understand why so many people were speaking so highly about it. Like, for example, Ivory Root is also, you know, very spicy, but that spiciness is balanced out by this amazing vanillic sweetness, like so dense and creamy. It's amazing. So, you know, so the spiciness works in that case. But in this case, there was nothing to balance out that spiciness. And yeah, for that reason, I was kind of let down, and I didn't really understand why so many people love this scent. If you do, please let me know in the comments, what is it about the scent that you love? Maybe it comes off completely differently on your skin. I don't know. But yeah, for me, I didn't get the hype. Okay, next one. This one I wanted to try for a long time because, again, so many people spoke highly about it. And I recently got a sample of this one. Thank you, Julia. And again, this was a letdown. I'm talking about Honey Oud from Montblanc. Now, yes, overall, I'm not a huge fan of Montblanc, but that's not because of their fragrances. That's because of their bottle design, you know? But this one, everyone was talking about this being this potent, powerful honey oud combination. I was waiting for this explosion of honey, and it was so subdued. It was so kind of blah. There was barely any honey, barely any sweetness. It was more like woody, oudy. Yes, with some honey, but like not what I expected at all. After all the reviews that I've heard, I really thought, whoa, this is going to be this powerhouse of a fragrance, which, you know, you typically would expect from Montal as well, but no, it was quite underwhelming. And yeah, again, a fragrance where I would not agree with the hype. I don't think it's that great. I don't think it's worth the hype. If you're really expecting like this, you know, honey oud combination, I'm not sure if this is your best option. I would say, again, sample it first before you buy it, because it wasn't what I expected for sure. And the last one. And here, I'm not going to talk about a particular fragrance. I'm going to talk about a house overall. House that many, many people love, and I don't. I can't. Now, there are a ton of fragrances in this house. I definitely haven't tried that many, but I've tried, I would say 4 or 5, somewhere in there. And I found all of them disappointing. Even the ones that had scent profiles that I should like, I didn't. Now, what am I talking about? I'm talking about Bond number 9. Now, I've never been a fan of their bottles. I think their bottles are quite hideous, to be honest. This is not my aesthetic. I don't like them. I don't like the shape. I don't like all the different colorful bottles. I just don't. So that's kind of the reason why I stayed away from this house for a while. But, you know, so many people love it. So many people rave about it that I thought, no, I really want to try some fragrances. And, you know, don't ask me now which ones I've tried. I honestly can't remember the names. But they were all disappointing. I don't know. I tried some kind of rose scent that I thought nothing special and kind of reminds me of other rose things. I tried some gourmands that also had something in it. Actually, quite a few of their gourmand scents had something similar vein that was going through all of them that kind of really bothered me. I don't know what it is, but it really kind of annoyed me. I didn't like it. So yeah, I've tried a few, like I said, not all of them. And does this mean that someday I won't find something that I really love from this house? It's possible, you know, but so far I've been really, really underwhelmed by fragrances from this house. And I just, again, I don't think they're worth the hype. I think there are much better fragrances out there. And, you know, these are, again, quite pricey, although I understand you can find them for more affordable prices on gray market, but, you know, they're still expensive. And yeah, this house, I don't understand. It just, again, we did not become friends, at least not so far. So in my opinion, this house is definitely overhyped. So there you go. This is my selection of overhyped fragrances. Please let me know in the comments if you agree, if you disagree. What do you consider overhyped? Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will see you soon in the next one. Bye.